Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed EU3. It's a Monday, and we're back. And this time, this week, we have. Well, Shane's here. Shane's actually here watching the session rather than watching it off the stream, which is fantastic.
Exactly. I'm in the game this time. I'm in the lobby, let's say.
It is,
and I have business.
It is a beautiful feeling. What's even more beautiful is the weather that is going down this evening. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to leave it until later for when it happens. That should be
right. Yeah.
That should be a big enough clue.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've seen the EU3 chat. People were saying it's fair, it's dry, but I don't know. If I look at the track right now, it seems pretty dark out there. Seems pretty dark out there over in Canada. Yeah, today Canadian Grand Prix. How are we looking at? Tricky corner with the Wall of Champions, don't you think?
It should be.
Yeah. And if we get rain, I have no clue. I did not check the announcements for the weather, but if we get rain, it's going to be more tricky to get the Wall of Champions done.
It should be really tricky. Hang on, I'm just going to...
I think we're going to see our first lap here from Cygate. He's came through the final chicane pretty clean, and now he's going to cross the line to set the time to beat, which is a 1:10.9. I think people are definitely going to do better.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
It should be into the low 10s.
Steve 11. Okay, so far so good for Cygate.
Sorry, I'm just trying to check the sound because it's so loud I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear me, or the game is loud? Because I can turn up my microphone, but I don't know if that's going to be for stream.
No, the game's just loud.
Yeah, no, I've had that problem before. But now one of the two Ferraris is going to cross the line. It is Orlando, and he puts his car up into third. And who is right behind him? It's his teammate in Dan, and puts it up into fifth with a 12.3. And we have Tynus behind that with a 35.8, which is a really slow lap if you ask me. I do see a Haas coming up, and the only Haas, and I think he invalidated. No time to be seen there.
Sorry, everyone's just trying to sort it out so I can actually hear Shane over the loud noise of the McLaren.
I can just throw it on the microphone. I don't know if stream can be.
Oh, hang on. I think I've just gone the wrong way because I now can't hear you at all.
Right, nice. So we got... Whoa, Thibaut. Hello. Cutting the final chicane like a... like a boss. Damn, he just shot through, didn't even brake.
Oh, that's so much better. I can hear myself think. And it's really, really quiet now. Yay.
I'm sorry, what?
No, yeah, what? There's 18 drivers. Spud is having... Well, Red Mouse unfortunately couldn't join. The problem we had. Yeah.
Yes.
Spud now can't join. And I can't...
Kicked out because
he got kicked out, and I can't do anything about that. So I don't know what's going on.
He's just left the session again.
Yeah, he keeps just kicking him straight back out.
Esports ready, my friend. This game is so esports ready. I hope you understood the sarcasm in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
How it gets run at esports level is beyond me.
Thibaut, did he cut the final chicane again?
Probably.
Like, I don't understand.
It's
I don't know.
Oh no, you can't hear the game. Fuck. Ah!
What are you doing? You know, I'm questioning, like, can you even hear me?
Hopefully now. I don't want it up too loud because I can't hear Shane otherwise, and it's really annoying.
God damn it, let me just turn up my microphone.
No, that's alright. It's not. It's more my own ears because it's coming through my headset so loud.
Yeah, I know, but this is a pretty loud game. But to be honest, like, I could just.
It's my fault for having probably all audio through my ears, but.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't listen to live music.
In fact, sorry,
Anyway,
I'm just going to do this, in fact.
I'm seeing Cornish Mantis now take on the Wall of Champions, and he cuts the chicane and loses it. There he goes, and now he's missing a left end blade. Luckily for him, he's not out of the session yet. Get it. Why do I have the feeling? And Thibaut spins it out of turn 1. Orlando sets a new lap, which is 2/10 slower than his previous one.
Electric, can you check now if that's alright? Because I've just switched it so I can just hear Shane now through my ears rather than the game.
Oh,
the game's coming through. My game's coming through the TV.
Cygate for another one, and he goes fast. He goes up by 1/10. You know, you take what you can get. 1/10 is something, and then Dan, can he improve? He did improve. It's still a 12.3, but it's a 12.310.
Nice.
Who else? Was it Steve who just crossed the line? No, Steve is coming up the line, but he has invalidated. Jaren did, but
Mantis is hit the board. Jaren's going again.
Yes, definitely.
And
so
gone purple.
we have the Haas here now, going for another lap. Who has just invalidated this one. I'm still questioning whatever Tibo is doing. He keeps cutting the final chicane. But maybe that's his way of getting some practice in, I guess.
I have no idea. Possibly.
Dinus has just crossed the line, 11.9. I'm not sure if he improved on that one.
There we go. Now I can now do this, which is fantastic.
Oh, I heard fantastic.
Yeah, I've just brought up the website, which is f1.contestspeed.com. For anyone interested, that's where all the stuff is. We've got tracks and results. That's where you can keep up with our results section. And as you can see from the results section last week, it was a P1 for Mr. Two-Spell, who's unfortunately not here this week. So we're going to have a new race winner.
Steve just put his car up into second on 11 flat. 1:11 flat.
Overcast conditions, so track temperatures aren't particularly very high. Overcast throughout the entirety of qualifying.
I am so hyped. I still don't know if we're gonna get rain, but I really hope we do. And ooh, Twitch Storms almost lose it out of turn 3, I think it is, or turn 2. Oof.
I can't
wait.
wait.
The backhand, but manages to save it.
He's on the charge. He's done a 21.7, which is not a particularly quick first. I don't think he's going to be a quick lap at all. J-Ray has finished. He's done and invalidated a 1:12 flat. So it's a track, Shane, where we've seen many penalties for track limits in the past.
Definitely, and I can tell you where the most are gonna get picked up, and that is in fact the final chicane. But there's other places where you can also cut a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, we're looking at turn 3 and 4 as Tichy goes through.
Yes.
At the moment.
Turn 3 and 4 are definitely ones, and then the final chicane with the Wall of Champions is definitely one to look out for as well. Most prominent here. Difficult chicane as Twitch Storm sets a 14.4, obviously losing the back end outcome out of turn 2, so that didn't help him very much. He seems to be going for another one, and this one will definitely be better, as he hasn't lost the back end in this one.
No, Tichy's invalidated on turns 8 and 9. 3 DRS zones around this track, so plenty of opportunities for overtaking and assisting these drivers. It's going to be about, I think it's going to be about getting a lap in qualifying rather than it being a quick lap, I think, at the moment, because there's lots of invalidations going on.
As we just have Mack in his McLaren setting a purple second sector. He's now coming up to the final straight, crosses the DRS line there. Yep, opens up that rear wing nicely. Now straight down to the wall of champions. What's it gonna be? With a faster second sector, there you go, takes it nicely, does not invalidate, not taking any curb on the exit, and sends it over the line for a 11.8.
11.8.
Keeps him in 8th position.
It looked a lot quicker than 11.8.
Yeah, he had that purple second sector and still doesn't, well, he did improve, but he doesn't move up, which is unfortunate. We have a McLaren stranded at turn 4. That is Mack.
That's alright. There is a curb round here, I believe, where you can get beached on. Oh, Max dropped it in the wall.
Yeah.
To which you can you are allowed to reset the track.
Second, 11 flat. Jumps up over Ami or whatever, how I say his name.
Yeah, that's how I say.
Amy, whatever.
Ami, Jaren.
Yeah, Ami.
I
think Amy would be with a Y, right?
More traditionally, yes, with a Y.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, maybe some parents sometimes want to traditional age. Who knows? Who knows? Now the next one who's gonna finish a lap would be Twitch Storms, unless he's taking the pit road this time. He
will take the pit road, yeah.
And next up, McLaren follows him into the pits. And then I see an Aston Martin, which is the Aston of Pureblades, who is on a lap, but he has invalidated.
He has.
J-Ray should be on his in-lap. I see a Merc. Is that is JRN, and he is driving. I think he's out of fuel.
I would suggest if we could jump on board with him. But,
which means next up, Cornish Mantis, who is going to round out the second sector right here. Crosses the timing line. No purples yet on the mini map.
And more important,
hairpin. There we go.
He's still kept it valid because I've been keeping an eye on him as we've been flicking through the drivers. He's actually kept this lap valid so far. Cue the commentator's curse and invalidation on the last corner.
Oh, that would be very unfortunate. He doesn't do it. Takes it nicely. I hope he didn't lose too much speed there. Opens up the rear wing, crosses the line, only to go 10th with a 12 flat.
Clearly seeing.
Tinus does not improve, 4 seconds slower than his previous lap.
Yeah, so he's back out going again. Fragments has been disqualified for illegal blocking.
Where did that happen?
On the pit exit.
Oh, I guess he wanted to let the drivers go through who were on a lap. That's my guess.
Tyson's on my lap.
So who's up next? Tinus is 2/10 down on his time. Who else is out there? Storms is, I think he's on an outlap, isn't he? Should be.
Should be.
Doesn't say outlap, but I don't trust the telemetry.
He's on an outlap. Tinus is completing.
No, he did set a time, yeah. 12.7. Yeah.
Tinus
just gained 1.6 seconds.
Nice. X427 on Well, what was a lap? I think he's backed out there. Twitch Storm.
He still gains 5 tenths, makes it an 11.7, but still remains 8th place.
Twitch Storm is on the charge at the moment. Again, 3 attempts up through the first sector. I think it's finally setting it in. Can he keep it going? Oh, he's run a little bit deep through turn 8 and 9.
Anyway, let's see at the timing line how much time he's lost. He's still up 4 tenths.
He's still gained some time.
He's still up 4 tenths, and he did set a total second sector. But we've seen from Mac that it doesn't matter. You can improve on your time, but still end up not improving position.
He's only really got one more braking zone to go, and can he nail it? He has. He's going to run out of ERS though, which is going to affect some time to the line, and does. A much improved 11.8. That will give him some more confidence, I think.
22 hundredths of a second behind Mac. That's pretty close gap. Dan then, who is going for another one. And he's crossing the line, and he puts it into third with an 11 flat. That's what we want to see.
Look at that. Oh, another one's fitting there. Side gate as well.
Yes. Ami is feeling it in 10.6, 2 tenths up on side gate.
Let's go to... see what Matt can do. Matt can't. Jaren binned it. Tynus is also out. Steve is...
out.
Also out on the last corner. Mac, you are...
Oh, qualifying is over, actually.
Qualifying is over, but he's retired.
Damn, qualifying went fast.
He's retired on track, but unfortunately, there's also a car approaching. Oh, it gets out of the way, so he gets lucky, I think, with that.
So now everyone's gonna start ending their lap, so I think Twitch Storms is next. So I'm just gonna go one by one. He dives into the pits. I see a McLaren up next. That's J-Ray. He is in third right now. He's 2 tenths off of Saigate, 4 tenths off of Ami. Can he do something here? That's the question. He takes it nicely. A lot of curb on the exit. Hope that didn't end the run. And I think he backed off.
Yeah, he didn't have a nice... what can Twin Gene do? Invalidated, but invalidated...
13th it is. So he did invalid.
Tichi
is also coming. Last man standing.
Can he get a time in? It looks pretty good, to be fair. 11.2.
Nicely done by Tichi to get himself inside that top 10. I think for this track, obviously, as you stated before, 3 DRS zones, you want to start as high as possible. But also stay out of the first lap shenanigans.
Yeah, and we kind of say, oh, yeah, into the top 10, but that doesn't really matter anymore.
No, of course
free choice of tire.
Yes, exactly, free choice of tire.
So Ami gets pole, then Saigate second, and then it's quite close actually. J-Ray, X427, Steve all separated by 0.03 of a second. Orlando in 6th, Tichy 7th, that one shot quality at the end. Jaren 8th, Tice 9th, Mac 10th, Twitch Storms 11th, Cornish Mantis 12th. Spud, but you won't be seeing him on the grid because he can't control his car. Twin Gene, Sneaky Tom, Pure Blades, TiVo, and Fraganista, who got disqualified. Unfortunately for waiting on the pit exit to let another car through on a fastest lap, but was blocking a car behind.
Yes.
Good work.
Ended up blocking the pit lane exit, and then unfortunate disqualification. Also, I would like to point out that the gap between 1st and 9th is only 8 tenths.
1st and 9th is only 8
tenths. And then we have Mac in 10th position on 1.1 seconds, so that's like 3 tenths off of the top 9.
But we probably expect Mac to be slightly a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think for most of the drivers, quali pace and race pace are a lot different. Some guys will be faster in qualifying than in an actual race situation, and the other guys will be slower over 1 lap pace, but actually do well in the race.
I think what we know is we saw EU2 race last week, and we didn't really blow EU3 away in terms of the pole time, but I think the race pace looked to be a little bit stronger than some of the guys in EU3. That's no disrespect to the guys in EU3, because they are closing the gap quite rapidly. If we're being honest.
Yes, that is in fact the case, but of course we have to take in mind that, not to discredit the EU3 guys, but we had to do some shuffling to end up with 3 tiers. So
and accommodate people's needs.
Yes, exactly, and so it does not surprise me that we have EU3 and EU2 actually be pretty close to each other.
That's why you see Sneaky Tom. We didn't mention that. Sneaky Tom is racing EU3. Those that watched last week, he was in EU2. Can't do Wednesdays. Last week was the only exception to the rule. He will be an EU3 reserve driver, possibly full-time driver in the future, and will be EU3 unfortunately. So he's still racing, but
I did not notice Sneaky Tom until you said the name, and I started looking, and then I saw him. My bad for that.
Well,
but if we look at the tire situation, hards and mediums all the way, no softs, as opposed to last week where we did see 3 drivers on the softs. If I remember, Dan, the Wizard, and Ditchy.
And that may have something to do with
weather conditions.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? We don't spoil the party, but I don't know myself, so I can't. If I had known, I would have already done it. knowing me, I would have already done it.
Also, to make it easy for us, Sneaky Tom is in the AlphaTauri, which he raced in EU2 on Wednesday.
Yes.
So that's why I've done it.
The only AlphaTauri on the grid.
He's the only AlphaTauri on the grid.
So,
we have 18 drivers, but there'll be 17 once Spud's car does Spud things, which is unfortunate. Mixture of strategy, as Shane suggested. So what it leaves really is, what are your predictions in the chat, people? Get them in. We want to see how wrong you are by the end of the race. If not, pole time was 10.6. I think there was a lot of mistakes going on. Quite high pressure qualifying. We'll have to wait and see. We'll be having a new race winner of the season. No two-spell this evening. Can X127 pick up the reins for the Ferrari team? We'll find out in 35 laps time.
So is this the trend now, where people spin their car before we get into position?
Apparently heats the tyres up most effectively.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, and we'll see 5 lights. We wait for the revs to build. Ami on the right, Cygate on the left. Lights out and away we go, and it's Cygate, no surprise, with the better start on the medium tyre. The McLaren looks to go down the inside. Danny holds it round the outside, a little bit of contact as there is a severe collision further back.
So much happening further back.
Ami loses out, but seems to have made
outside of Mac on turn 4. Now has the inside, and he gets the position.
We'll see them in the background as we move all the way down the 2 Mercedes line astern.
Oh, 3 wide here. 3 wide with Sneaky Tom, Mac, and Storms.
You see them on the way through. Not everybody's going to make that through one piece. They have.
Sneaky Tom has gotten the position, but Mac did not give up, and they ended up both taking Twitch Storms.
The hairpin seems to be where we have a Constantina, but we're all good so far. Nice lead for Cygate.
Yes.
You can see that on the track graphic.
Any drama.
Relatively unscathed, although we're about to go 2 or 3 abreast. Mac! Oh, that was very close. They've all kept out the wall.
I think Twin Gene is trying to switch back on Twitch Storms, and he gets it done. Twitch Storms obviously having to brake for Mac, and then Twitch Gene taking absolute
Twin Gene's connection is not particularly looking very good at the moment. He's had a 5-second time penalty for the collision with Tynus. Tynus I can't see, have any front wing damage, although he just gave the Oh, nice little hello there on the way through as...
I don't know if you saw what I saw, but he was riding on top of the storms.
Viewer discretion is advised. Dan has spun it.
Yes,
And
he has, but he's back on track now without a front wing.
He's out the front wing. His teammate is just about hanging on to 9th place. Hard Tyres really struggling.
He has purelets on the inside, but I'm just offended the legs and taking the position on that.
Struggling at the moment. J-Ray with the first run, 3 seconds in. 3 seconds. We're only 2 laps in, which is a little bit worrying. Tichy is in the wall, the other side of the wall champions.
Diners and Dan going side by side through the wall of champions, and that has cost them time to the cars ahead. And now they've got a nice little train behind them.
Yeah. We will go back on board. Max, the one I'm interested in, because he's all over the back of the Ferrari.
Yes, I literally saw that as well. He's not going to go for the
I may get him though up and under this.
Wants the switchback. Wants the DRS, I think. And he gets the DRS, and that's it. Job done.
Job is done. Orlando made that quite easy, I think, for him. I'm being honest. Left him plenty of room.
Well, I mean, a race isn't run in 1 lap or at the start of the race. We still have about 32, 33 laps to go, so
it is going to be
find it that hard.
Survival of the fittest with what's to come. There you go. Spoiler.
I think we know by now, okay? You've kind of spoiled the party. And Twin Gene gets past Orlando too, but Orlando not giving up. He has the inside for the chicane, and he keeps up with the shit. He does side by side through there. Storms out of the wall of champions.
Thank goodness there is ghosting in EU.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been chaotic.
No
not in the Americas.
Yes.
Yes, that's in the American tiers. There's no ghosting, which is ever so frightening, but it does actually make you be aware of what your surroundings are, really.
Yeah. I didn't want to offend any Americans by saying NA, but
oh, it has got. AM3 has ghosting. Sorry, AM3's got ghosting.
AM3 has ghosting, as we saw a few guys getting this Tinus. That was a pretty nice move, but DRS...
It was relatively easy. It wasn't really DRS, just got the better traction prior to the corner. The DRS then did help him out, but the move was pretty much done.
Well, Dan is healing people through Twitch Storms is more damage, not Orlando. Yeah, Twitch Storms, Stitchy, both.
Tinus gets back past Blades, but Blades is. Oh, Tinus got a bit. Back end stepped out. Just a bit. Back end stepped out, and Blades will have to go again.
Twin Gene on the fastest lap.
J-Ray 6 seconds. J-Ray, if he keeps going at this rate, will be disqualified before the end of the race.
A fun time for J-Ray, as we see Tibo getting past Fraggers there in the, I think turn 4 and 5, or turn 3 and 4, my bad.
Rain is forecasted for the last third of the race. However, we don't know when that is actually going to be, because it's not very. It's accurate, but not that accurate.
Even if it is.
Even if it is coming, a Ferrari and a Alfa Romeo going side by side through turn 9, that would have been enough.
Twin Gene just taps the back of Mac completely.
Oh no!
Loses 2 positions into the hairpin. Came in swinging way too fast.
Mac won't be happy, but needs to keep his head because there's a long way to go.
Twin Gene, no major damage on the front wing from that collision.
He's incredibly fortunate, but he's again though. That's the second collision he's had with a driver.
Yeah, we have a couple of 20s carried out. We have Few Blades, Tinus, Mac, Twin Gene on his 5 seconds, and then 2 times 6 seconds for J-Ray.
So
Twin Gene another one, that's 6 seconds for him.
well done, Shane. That's your first one
Make
this
it
year.
8.
He's only got the
That's
5
my
seconds.
first one. Yes.
Cue 1 second later. 3 second time.
You know what? You should know I don't believe in that stuff. Okay, we've been around way too long. It's just unfortunate timing, is what I call it.
Coincidence.
I don't believe. Yes, exactly. Coincidence, unfortunate timing. I don't believe in cursing. As Twitch Storms picks up his fair share of penalties.
Gap to front is stabilising. Ami is slightly coming back at Sidegate. Which is interestingly enough. The top 3 pulled away slightly. Excuse me, the hiccups there.
You might see a battle for 4th as Jaren has the DRS behind you.
Tebow's got past Blades, but that's kind of expected because of bladed tyres. Tebow's also then going to go past to the outside. Past Tynus. Tynus says no, I still want... Oh, Tebow! And through goes Blades! He's got hit into, but hopefully he's got no damage. Blades is through. It's like watching Hamilton against Perez and Leclerc.
And there goes Fragnaster on his 3-second penalty. Everyone paid their taxes.
Opportunistic from the Aston Martin, who's back up into 11th after losing a couple of those places.
I mean, lucky that Pureblades was there, because I think if he wasn't, he would have just spun round. He was lucky to hit the Aston and get back on track.
I'll be amazed if Blades has got any floor damage. Unfortunately, we can't tell you that.
Or sidewheel damage.
Or sidewheel damage with that. Unfortunately, we can't tell you. TAS is not available. Tebow is working on it, but all the coding and stuff has got a lot of wrong since Crossbar.
We've got Twin Gene on the back of Sneaky Tom. He's gonna send it down. It's last chicane. And Sneaky Tom thinks better of it.
Sneaky Tom. Yeah, Sneaky Tom though had a better run, but had to check up slightly.
Yes, had to brake to not run into the back of Twin Gene. Beautiful move by Twin Gene, by the way, as we see Fragments get past Dan
in the pits for, I believe, probably be a front wing challenge. Sorry for the spam through it is.
Sneaky Tom is now also on the board. Mac with another one.
What can Jaren do about this McLaren that's in front of him?
While we wait for Jaren to get his DRS activated, if I look at the position changes we have done, losing a lot, actually 11 places. I think the biggest winners are Sneaky Tom and Twitchy, both 7 places. Then we have Mantis at 6 places up. That's pretty much how it goes right now.
Oh, Torres nearly went into the back of Tebow. Wow, that was close. Tebow goes past.
Pureblade's gonna get Tebow. Or not. No, Tebow's gonna get Pureblades. That's the way around. The DRS.
Yeah. Oh, he's picked up 3 seconds and spun as well.
Spun. Gets a position and loses it instantly. Of course, the Haas of Fragnis is going to be happy with that. 3 positions.
Yeah, he will be with a free position, but he's also just picked up a penalty as well, Fragnisa, so not ideal.
Oh, yeah, he's picked that up like 2.
J Ray's on 9 seconds, Shane. We've had 9. We're only had 8 laps.
I feel like I'm looking at myself here. You know me back in the day.
Oh, and Tebow's dropped it, and this time that was a harder hit.
He must have front wing damage after this.
I think he's got rear wing damage more than anything, and that's the killer. Twin Gene looks to the inside. Cornish Mantis gives him enough room. They're going to have a little race up to the back straight.
Who's going to get the DRS? It is the Haas of Twin Gene.
Detection point is before the sector 2 split, before the hairpin.
The detection point, if you have the minimap open, will be the green dotted green circle before the hairpin. That's the detection point of the DRS.
And you guys can see that on your screens.
Yes. If you are within 1 second at that point on the track to the car ahead, you will get DRS at the activation.
Very well explained, sir. Tebow had another spin. He is behind everyone else now, which is ideal. Twitch Storms has also now gone past him. There is a train developing from
behind Twingy.
Yes, it has, and Max now also caught up to the back of these guys as well after his earlier incident, and he probably looked to take vengeance on Twingy.
I really think Twingy wants to get to close that gap to JRN. It's a big one, but I think he has some pace in that car he's driving. He has shown with overtakes and
T-Bow's
we have a safety car.
We
have, yes, that's not champions, but on the other side of the track. But we do have a safety car, so let's take a look at Sygate. Into the pits he goes. Ami chases him into the pits. Steve follows. J-Ray next. There we see the car of Tibo on the track.
We can have a look all the way down. Ah! Yes, someone different.
Staying on Orlando, staying out. Let's look at the tire situation then. They are on the hards, both of them.
And it kind of makes sense. Most of the guys are either going to go onto fresh hards or some will go onto mediums and take the risk. J-Ray is one
Agnes are staying out as well, ending up in P5 here, behind Sygate and Ami, the provisional race leaders.
Twin Gene will lose out in the stops because he's had to serve his 5-second time penalty.
But he's going to get back out there and kick it.
This means that the likes of Titchy and Dan and Twitchstorms, who have had a difficult start to the race, can have a free stop. B also gives them a chance to join up with the back of the pack once again. Good evening, AJ. How are we?
Good evening, viewers in chat. Yes, very well. Now we have time for you due to the safety car, because we need to talk about something. We can't just sit here and be useless, can we?
No, we can sit here and be
well, you know, there's something I do want to talk about, and it's called the tire situations. Well, we saw some people stay out on their hards, others have pitted. We see Sygate now on the hards, Ami on the mediums, Steve on the hards, J-Ray on the mediums, Jaren on the hards. A lot of different strategies going on here. We'll get some more people on the hards, some more people on the mediums.
Whilst you're on tyre talk, is there anyone that has gone either hard or medium and not used?
You can't do that in this game. Go on the same tire compound, can you?
This is outrageous. This is news to me.
I don't think I'll be able to do so, at least not with hards and mediums. I don't know if you can with softs, but hards and mediums I have not been able to do so.
There's no one that's done it. That is annoying.
I am going to check the
I've just checked as well. Just pulled that up quickly on screen.
Showing up.
You have to do it again. You have to click it twice.
Yeah, no double ones.
No double. That is interesting, because if you were allowed to, or if it was possible, I was expecting someone to go medium because of the rain that is expected to come.
Yeah, you know, that's what I would do in previous editions of the F1 games, but it seems that is no longer possible. So.
Nothing wrong with it. Just keep slagging up. Opinions about German and the language. Difficult, and I struggled.
Oh. You know, I always safety car will be in this lap, but quickly to add to your comment, I've always actually loved to learn German. I don't know why. I've been intrigued by the German language, and I'd love to be able to speak German.
Well, don't get me wrong, I liked it. I was just not very good at it.
Well, I mean, Dutch is one of the hardest to learn, so have a load of this guy. I speak Dutch.
Look at you being clever.
I feel special.
Mantis will back them up, and I reckon will continue to back them.
He's gone. Straight out of this chicane, yeah.
It is an angry language. We are racing, and we are 3 or 4 wide. Mac has got a jump.
Positions.
Oh, there could be carnage into turn 1.
Mac gains 2 positions, then loses 2, maybe 3 if Twitchy gets in the
Orlando's
mix.
spun round. Fragnista is in the wall with 3 or 4 wide. This is going to end poorly.
Fragnista coming out on top here.
And it has. Jaren lost out there. It's all chaos at the back.
Damn,
contact between a McLaren and Aston, Blades and Mac. Mac's just in the wars tonight.
Yeah, he's
I will be amazed if there is not a further safety car slash as Tichy's taken to the escape road.
Twin Gene and Dan were going side by side. Twin Gene gets the better.
Mac's going to go around the outside of here.
Yeah, I just saw that as well, and he's going to make it stick. Of course, he doesn't have DRS, so he's going to have to use his DRS, but look at that. Dan is not giving up on his mediums. Mac on the hards. Definitely not an easy battle for Mac, and look at that, he has to give it up, which means 10th place for Dan.
And he's picked up 3 seconds. Now, I was going to make the comment, I think Mac had to, Mac made 2 overtakes on the restart, however, I think he made them before the start-finish line, which probably meant the game's asked him to relinquish those positions.
Oh, that could have been the case, but it didn't look like it, because he was trying to...
He was trying to hold on, yeah.
He was trying to overtake Steven in one, but then he kind of loses the control of the car and then loses 2 to 3 places. And then the chaos evolved.
Yeah, he's kind of...
Fragnista coming out on top now. P6 it is. As I thought, split like the devil. Fragnista runs wide and loses position to Steve. Pure Blades now once of the action as well. It's going to send it down inside at the hairpin. Fragnista sends it wide.
Wow! This gets it stopped. Oh.
Is he going to hold it around the outside? He has his teammate in there as well. It's a 2v1 here.
Oh! Twin Gene hit the wall, I think.
Twin Gene wants a piece of the action as well. Look at that, both Haas's now.
Oh, Haas hit the wall.
7th and 8th.
Fragnista's hit the wall.
I hope that's no damage for him. He's going to let his teammate go through. Pure Blades is going to hold on. We have
Sygate spun. And these guys were beating up, were building up a lead, and now they're going to get gobbled up.
Yes.
There's a 4.2 second lead. Fragnista, another 3 second time penalty. We saw Danny also spin at the hairpin. Sygate loses position now to Steve. And Aston Martin's been clipped, and it is Blades, and Jaren has just caught him as well. So damage, I think, to the Mercedes. Sneaky Tom going side by side with the Mantis, who's hit the wall. I think
no visible damage.
We won't be able to see anything. Penalties wise, AJ, there you go. They're all racking up. There's many of them.
Yes, I was literally just about to talk to them, but
you can talk about them if you want.
Sure, yeah, no, we've got some people getting up some credit, some penalty credit, building up a credit score.
Kmark and Raggy are crying in their sleep now. After having
crying in their sleep. Oh, Mac losing out of the Wall of Champions. He hasn't hit anything.
Oh, Jaren's in the pits as well because he's got damage to that.
Yeah, he's going on the soft, which might not be a bad call. Do as much as you can before that rain comes out that you have been talking about.
It doesn't work. TAS doesn't work. It's not working. Yep. We can't use it. It won't be working for some time. Blame EA and crossplay, not my words. That's what Tebow's moaning at. It's EA and crossplay. It's ruined it.
But we are not using crossplay here.
We are not, but it is going to be used. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I see. Anyway, that's TAS for you. No TAS for the time being. Basically,
it can't make it as a product to use as crossplay, so it's not fair using it for here and then not then being used it for anyway. Long discussion. Tebow's working on it. That's the simple way of looking at it.
That I know I was not a part of, but I'm not an admin, so.
No. An important part of this commentary team as J-Ray is on the back of Ami. these guys have built a nice gap. There's 2-second gaps between 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. And then there's a train from Twin G once again forming a train.
No, I thought he had some good pace, but he does seem to be forming trains here, backfiring bits. Yeah. Jaren in the pits again might retire as well, maybe.
I think he will because, well, I'd be surprised if he doesn't because he had front wing damage and I don't think it fixed it.
Well, he is not pitting at the moment, because it says the pit icon, so I don't know if Jaren has a penalty. I think he would. Twin Gene and Steve here, side by side. Steve's gonna have the inside for the hairpin, but look at Twin Gene burning ERS just to get the hands.
The interlock wheels, so Steve gets catapulted forward. Twin Gene and Steve once again.
No issues there.
All the way back down now to...
enabled. I think theirs is gonna be enabled at the end of this lap, is it?
I
Steve down on the outside.
It should be enabled at the end of this lap. I'll be amazed if it isn't.
I didn't see it pop up, but maybe I missed it. Could have missed it. Orlando on the back of Fragmister, he wants some of the action as well, a piece of it. Now Steve has got himself use of the Twin G train. Now it's up to the others to do the same, as we have Tyler spinning out of turn 2.
Can Steve break loose? We'll find out. DRS is enabled.
Yes, okay, we are glad to hear. And Steve is in fact pulling away 7/10 now, but don't forget Twin G does have the DRS open, so he's not going far.
I'll tell you what, Shane, there's more in pressing matters that's important. We are one away from penalty bingo.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to say that, but then some action happens. I was literally about to say that before we had Steve and Twin Gene attacking each other into the 3rd sector. And now Tichy
and I would expect there's a Mr. X427 involved in that as well, because they were right next to each other. Tichy is the only one without penalties, but he has been...
Cygate on Cornish gets the position done. Cygate spun his car and he's back up into 4th already. 3 seconds behind Steve. See, it was 3 seconds behind him. People are really running away with this race, but we have to keep in mind that there are penalties. We will be there till the end of the race.
And Twitch Storms has spun from a solid 10th position. Only lost a couple. Yeah, only lost a couple of places. I think there's a gap now, obviously.
Orlando is really on the back of Fragnis, and Fragnis is outside of DRS range, so this might be an opportunity for this Ferrari.
He won't get him this
time. Straight line speed on the Haas. Keeps him behind Jaren now with a 34 fastest lap. He's not gonna get anything from that. That's all I know.
Yes.
But he does take away a point for someone else.
AJ, that is a fantastic bit of spotting there. Jaren's on the soft tyre, Shane, when he pitted.
Yes, I know. I knew that.
Why do you think he's on that?
Because it's gonna rain in a bit.
I was going to say, is he hinting that it's going to rain? He's going to take the fastest lap away from someone, but is he going to... Does that mean the rain is not very far away?
You must not have heard me, and I think AJ didn't either, but I literally pointed that out when Jaren did it.
I apologise for that.
He put on the softs. I said that he was gonna put on the softs because it might rain in a bit. That might be his best option. Go for the softs. Being so far behind. Oh, Steve frowned.
And no,
I was looking at Orlando, but Steve frowned and reset to track.
Oh, I caught him.
Matty's happy now.
I got him. Fragnista's picked up 3 seconds and stayed ahead of Orlando, so that's interesting. I would argue that's gaining an advantage, but I'm sure he'll go on with it. J-Ray is quick, but again, picks up a penalty. Steve with another penalty.
Yes. Fragnister's still able to keep Orlando behind, even though the DRS either that Haas has some insane straight line speed, or he still has about 50% ERS left on that Haas, so it's just the straight line speed on that car. It's amazing.
I would agree with that, Texas. The fact I've just seen all those penalties come up, I don't think Steam's very happy.
Oof, 24.
Well, he's just picked up 16 on that lap. Yeah, I was gonna say I was waiting for that.
That one. So we're on lap 21 out of 35. I'm still not seeing any hints of rain except for Jaren being soft. But the sun is shining, so not much. Orlando now 2/10. Oh, he's gonna send it down the outside of the hairpin. And Frank is defending. He's gonna try to switch back. No, he just stays behind. But look at this run now. He's right on the back of that Haas. He's gonna have to burn ERS now. Frank is gonna have to burn ERS to keep that DRS.
He's not though.
No, he's
that's
not.
What
I'm saying. Straight lines.
So
on that Haas is insane.
The Haas has got it covered.
Oh, but look at Orlando here. He has the run out of the final corner. He had a better run than the Haas, and he's gonna send it down inside right here. Look at Frankenstein not giving up. Has the inside for turn 2. Ferrari hangs it around the outside.
Oh, there's a Ferrari spinning off in the back, and it's Dan.
Done better out.
Oh, no way, he's got it done. He's got it done around the outside of 3. What a move.
Got it done, yes. Amazing. Frankenstein not giving up, but he had to let go for turn 3.
Both on the same age tyres as well, so that was a very good battle on merit as well. We'll see the pace of the Haas. The Haas last time around we saw didn't have any DRS, used no ERS, and Orlando was just using the DRS and couldn't overtake him. So
yeah, so now he's gonna be the one with DRS, and with the straight line speed we've seen, this should be no challenge for him.
If he can hold him off.
I think he's a bit far. 7/10 is a bit far. He needs to line up the run just like Orlando did on him. Line up the run through the final corner and then get it here.
If he can hold him off down to turn 1, I expect Orlando to set off into the sunset. He'll just gain too much time through sector 1 on the Haas.
Yeah, that was this was the Fragnus' chance, and I mean he's definitely not going to give up.
I think J-Ray's made a small mistake somewhere, 2 seconds off the lead.
So I'm going to keep an eye on Fragnus' ERS here to this Victor, but he's actually doing fine. But yeah, as you said, he's losing time, not using too much ERS now. It's the DRS again, but
and watch who's silently caught up onto the back of them as well, by the way. Blades in 9th.
Yes, very well pointed out. Fragnus now. He doesn't have the DRS anymore for Orlando, but I think Pure Blades might also be playing with some straight line speed here, so this is not going to be easy. Also, Blades is on the mediums.
Blades is looking good
he
at this
had
stage of the race.
Inside, but yeah, hards versus mediums also do, as a matter of fact, Fragnus has not bid it yet, so that also plays a role in this. Orlando can do
the action I didn't think we've not seen it yet is I was waiting for someone to run into the back of someone that's trying to go into the pit lane. It's a very common occurrence here.
Yes.
As Tichy and Twitch Storms round the outside. The Alfa Romeo do want to give it up, but Tichy is through. Also on the medium.
Yes, mediums really coming alive right now compared to the hards, especially the older hards.
And Tynes is on the back of these as well. Tynes went deep low into turn 8 last time around and went off the road. He looks to switch back low underneath on the Alfa Romeo. Oh, needs to give each other the room. That was very, very close.
Tynes.
Wow!
Really deep. Holy.
It wasn't that, it was the room he gave to Twitch Storms, because it wasn't a lot. And it was just enough, because Twitch Storms only just avoided the barrier there that sticks out on the left-hand side as you
the barrier from the bridge.
braking zone. Jaren has spun, but still carrying on.
Well, Cygate was right on the back of Sneaky Tom at the beginning of the last lap, but he has kind of dropped back again, 8 minutes now. Cygate definitely pushing and
Mantis is round.
Yes.
Oh, and he's got no front wing either. That is disastrous for what was a really, really good race. He's got no front wing. It doesn't exist.
Oh, yes, I see it now. Yeah, not much to do about that. So that's going to be a free position for Fragnis, my eyes, which he's going to be very happy with. And then Pure Blades on yes.
Shane, it's doing something.
Yes, I see it too. Well, I saw it, not anymore, but as a matter of fact, Pure Blades is on. Yes, now I'm seeing it. Yes, it is going to start to rain.
Now,
I'm seeing it too.
How quickly does it get wet round here? Because
yes, that's
some tracks we've seen. Yeah, if it's Spa, it's very wet. If it's Brazil, then you can run soft tyres on for a very long time. Orlando is in. That was a late choice. Here we go then.
He almost clipped Pure Blades with that. That was tricky.
Oh, and he's put the soft tyres on. No!
No.
Maybe he doesn't think it's going to rain hard enough. I don't know. Fragnista, intermediates. He's the first one to go in it. Twitch Storms also onto the inters as well.
But that move from Orlando to go, oh my, he almost clipped Pure Blades with that. It was so close to the back of him. Oh.
Mantis still out there hanging it out to try and get to the rain.
Yeah,
maybe it is slippery. Tynus has just spun round in front of him.
The track doesn't look very wet yet, but it might be slippery.
Currently, Fragnista and Orlando are doing very similar times. Only a couple of attempts in it.
Well, let's say it's not. It's a bit slippery for as we see Orlando on the softs and Tyner spitting, but I don't think it's wet enough for meters.
JRN is into the pits onto the intermediates.
Yeah, well, he has just left the pits, and it's the rain's actually pretty calm. It's not too much. Well, I mean, if it was Spa, it would have been wet. The track would have been slippery and wet in no time.
The Mantis is going for it, I believe. Here he's on the.
Can't keep driving with the damage.
And he's going
to stay out on his softs.
He's interestingly gone mediums, whereas Tynus has pitted and gone to the intermediates. Okay.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different strategies. So I think some people think that the rain is not going to affect the track too much, and that it's still safe for slicks. Yeah, other people think the inters are the better option.
I will have a look, because I don't know about you, Shane, but I've not seen anything about DRS being disabled yet.
No, not yet. That is a fair thing.
In fact, let's have a look. There's going to be one man we can see that's going to make a difference here, and it's Mantis on Tynus, and you can see the difference. I say that, he lost it. DRS is still enabled at this point.
And he has the DRS. So him almost losing it is not too bad.
Let's have a look at the lap delta we'll see in the top right hand side of our screen to see how far. DRS is disabled.
DRS disabled.
And that is
Fragnister's actually losing time.
Perfect for the two Ferraris if they want to come in. And Orlando's hit the wall. He spun. I thought he was going to come in. Dan's the first one to jump the gun.
That is a doom scenario right here. One of them in the pit, the other one spinning. Fragnis now up into 8, but 15 seconds. How much time do you lose in the Canadian?
22 seconds, I believe.
So he should get the jump on Tichy.
Hang on. It is 20, according to the website. According to our website, it's 20. Tichy has spun. He has.
Yes,
it is wet. 24 seconds, according to the COS website, is the average pit delta at the Circuit Jules Villeneuve.
If I'm looking at the time from Tichy, from Fragnis to Pure Blades, that's going to be about 21-22 seconds. So if he's lucky, he gets the Aston, but I doubt it. As the front runners are still not pitting, they're all still out.
Twin Gene and Blades are in. There is a. Yes, is that Tichy again? That's off.
No, it's not Tichy. Tichy's in front of Fragnis. Who is off? No one's off.
Someone was off.
Well, not anymore. Tichy's literally entering the pits right now, so I think Fragnis is not gonna get the jump on Pure Blades, is he? No.
We'll find out. Pure Blades is coming out onto the track. There we go.
Cold tires. Cold tires for Pure Blades, so Fragnis can.
Shane.
Yes.
I need a massive F in the chat for Twin Gene.
F in the chat. Oh.
Yeah.
F's in the chat, people. 07, please. Can I get an 07 too?
A big L right there. He's on the mediums now. That's possibly. Oh, Abby, no!
No.
5 seconds. He didn't slow down. That could be huge. And he's replacing the front wing as well, even more.
Yeah, Twin Gene really struggling here. So
J-Ray inherits the lead. Sneaky Tom in front of Amy as well.
And Cygate is behind them. Yes,
all four of the front runners are close to each other. Now who is...
So a four-way battle for the lead of the race. We're going in positions.
Blades
in this case, I do want to look at the time penalties, if you don't mind. So let's look at his top four. We have Ami on 8 seconds. He does have that 5-second penalty. Sneaky Tom on 6, Cygate on 9, and Jerry on 18. So at this point, Jerry is going to be end up in fourth, meaning then if we look at the other penalty situations, it should be Sneaky Tom first, Ami second, and Cygate fourth. That's what we're looking at right now if the order stays the same.
I mean, there's one absolute nutter still out there, and that is Mantis, and unsurprisingly lost position there to Tynus.
Yeah. Well, Fragnister and Pure Blades and some others have gotten past Twin Gene in the pit lane, obviously having to stop again. I'm seeing Dan on the back of Twin Gene, and Tichy gets past Mantis.
Yeah, Mantis is struggling. He pulls to one side.
Yes. Yeah, he's still on the medium. So
Ami 3 seconds. It's unraveling.
Ami 3 seconds. Yes, in the wet, we're gonna see a lot more.
In fact, not only is it a penalty, he's spun. Shady spun. He's in the wall.
Which means J-Ray might still end up on the podium.
J-Ray could end up on the podium.
Depending on what Ami does, because he did pick up that penalty now, meaning that he should be on 11 seconds right now.
The Mantis does what the Mantis wants. The Mantis is still in 12th. And somehow, it's still in a straight line.
And as a matter of fact, Tichy is no longer without penalties, so everyone on the grid has a penalty.
Bingo! Everybody's a winner!
Hey!
One of the few times I've ever seen it. In fact, it's the first time I think commentating on it I've seen it.
Well, that's impressive.
That is impressive. Lots
How
of gaps.
Have you never seen it? You've done U4.
I know. Well, when they crash, it doesn't count. Twin Gene past Tichy. Whoa, that was a beautiful run. Tichy is... Oh, I know what the matter is. Shane, would you like to go and see his revs?
On Tichy?
And his gears up.
On Tichy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see the telemetry.
We've got an extra bit of dynamic here, boys. People are... Oh, J-Ray spun! No! Oh, he's got no front wing either!
That's gonna be... Oh, safety? No, it's VSC.
It's a VSC! Oh, he's lucky. Something Tichy needs, because I'm pretty sure that Alpine is fuel saving.
Oh, Okay, yeah, I thought something was
massively.
wrong.
There is a lot of people that I think will be struggling. Oh wow,
And
J-Ray's
that
got another
makes
3
it
seconds.
to 21 seconds. You know, how long is he going to stay out for? Because if J-Ray makes it to the pits...
He'll get away with it, but he's just going to lose so much time.
He's
Still
definitely going to
blinking.
lose to Cygate, Army, Pure Blades, maybe Fragments, but I'm not sure. Let me look at it. 3, 6 is 9, 6 is...
I was going to say, you can do the maths on that.
15 seconds. 15 seconds speeding.
I'm going to get rid of the tyre graphic and put on the penalties so you can see them, because everyone's going to be on intermediates.
Yes, that's going to be the interesting part. This race, the VSC is still not gone, which is so lucky for J-Ray. J-Ray is definitely getting away with this one. He's going to get running by Pure Blades. I doubt Fragnis is going to get him.
I reckon Fragnister may get him because of the run down.
Oh, VSC is gone. Yes, there we go. Fragnister is going to get him. So my maths are
I don't know.
Oh, well, it is definitely not. It is
just
close.
Just got him.
Yeah, but J-Ray cold inters.
He's on cold intermediates.
So now Fragnister, all he has to do is run in, read in the gap, put some pressure on J-Ray, hopefully he spins again or just makes a mistake so he gets a position. That's all he has to do, just put down the pressure on that one.
Top 4 is as you're going to be at the moment, I feel. Twin G
has spun it. Spun.
I don't know if that's because there was an accident or not. Can't see. If he's had contact with anyone, not sure. They're all backing up behind the Alpine though, and we're going to stay on board here because I think this is where the interesting bit is.
We have 2 Ferraris to get past an Alpine named
Tichy is lifting and coasting to say the very least.
Yes, that is
a lot.
Visible. That is definitely visible. I didn't see that first until you pointed it out because I was thinking gearbox failure or something, but I thought we can't have those here. So.
No, we can't. Blades.
Yeah, so I didn't know what was going on.
Blades picked up a further 3-second time penalty. He's now on 15 seconds.
Fragnis is on 18 seconds. He's still going to jump J-Ray, that's for sure. He's not going to jump anyone else.
He's going to lose out. He could still lose.
Guys behind as well.
Well, at the moment, it's only going to be Twitch Storms. It's not even going to be Twitch Storms. It's going to be Tynus, and that possibly is it. Twin G into the pit and retiring. Credit to the likes of Mantis and Jorin for sticking at it.
Tichy staying off the apex, trying to not have the slipstream.
As the Ferraris go side by side, Dan is struggling, to say the very least.
Look, all Tichy needs to do is get himself together, drive with this thingy for 1.5 laps, because Sneaky Tom has just started the final lap.
He can let Orlando
at an end tonight.
We are. He can let Orlando go probably, as it is Tichy, and that's because he's run out of fuel.
Has run out of fuel. Tichy is causing yellow flags here, which means both Ferraris into the points. Okay, let's see where the fastest lap is at. It's at with JRN still
yeah.
on P13.
Tichy again running out 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks. 2 weeks without a proper safety. Well, apart from earlier, we've only had one safety car in a VSC in 2 weeks.
Tichy. Don't worry about it, I've done that too. I could have had a podium, but I ran out of fuel.
Sneaky Tom
yes, he's
showing why he got possibly put into EU2, but it's not really been, I wouldn't say, Shane, it's been a dominant race victory, because it's been plenty of mistakes by everybody.
Yes, he's had to fight for it, he's had the cars behind him putting pressure on him, but he kept it cool. Kept his car together, everything, really, all the puzzle pieces falling into place for him today, and yeah, he can be very delighted with this win here. Very deserved as well.
Kept it on the island, I think that was the important thing. Cygate's going to finish second, Ami P3, EU3
Even with
with
so many penalties.
Blades cruising around because J-Ray's managed to catch up to the back of him. Blades finished fourth, J-Ray fifth. We'll see how far he drops in a second.
Fragnister does not get J-Ray. No. That's insane.
And there's a few people struggling here towards the end. Twitch Storms as well. He's not going to make any significant ground. In fact, stayed behind both of them.
Tinus is going to get Twitch Storms. He's not going to get Fragnister.
Amazing. Orlando stays there. Dan jumps him. Cornish Mantis. What can the Mantis do? Can the Mantis gain a position? The absolute man was the last one to pit onto the intermediates. No, not quite. Just misses out.
Points for the Mantis.
Joe
Tichy is finishing the race without fuel.
Tichy has got no fuel. He's trying to burn that ERS to get himself there as quick as he can.
Sportsmanship, of course. Not retiring in the pits, giving up.
Well
just
done.
Finishing the race. We go till the end. We take
well
the car
done, that man.
Yes, that's
coast over the line to conclude the Canadian Grand Prix and the first race of
seasons. When this conference is season,
kicks off this week's racing as well.
Yeah.
There is plenty more to come.
Well, I may hope so. If this is a view of what's to come, I can't wait.
It was carnage, craziness, exciting, and we had changeable conditions, which basically sounds like the perfect race.
I was just about to say it was everything we wanted.
It was everything we wanted. Sneaky Tom from 15th on the grid to first. Sidegate, that's because he had a quality ban, forgot about that. Sidegate second, finishes second. Ami covers the third. Blades fourth. I think he'll be slightly happy about. J-Ray fifth, picked up a lot of penalties. Fragnister, another one with a lot of penalties. Tinus, Twitch Storm, finished eighth. He'll be happy with that. Dan, ninth. Orlando 10th. Mantis makes it to the end. 12th. 11th, just misses out. J-Ren with the fastest lap, so steals that away from everyone else. Congratulations, that man. Tichy, no fuel, but does finish the race. And then Twin Gene, Steve, Mac, and Tebow all retired. Spud, unfortunately, couldn't start the race.
Unfortunately.
That is unfortunately. Before the people get added to the party, hopefully Shane can possibly do that for me.
With that. Can I?
Yeah, you can go for it. You should be right.
Okay, there we go. We should be going in now. Oh, wait, what?
You should be okay.
Cannot add players because of the party settings. So I think that's Ami. I think that's Ami's party settings.
That may be Ami. Yep.
Sneaky. Yeah, the other two have.
That's fine. Not a problem. That does leave us with one thing while we wait for those guys. AM3 is this evening. It is the next on-track racing. That is with the man in the chat at the moment. It is Deathstorm. So that should be exciting. These guys have some interesting weather coming their way as well.
Ooh, we'd love to hear that.
I say no further than that. Interesting weather. But for these guys, they will be at Canada this week. Next week for EU3, we are going to be heading to. We are heading to Kota, which has seen many beautiful races in the past. In contest of speed.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'd love to say hopefully better weather, but I can't say.
Who knows?
I can't disagree that a little bit of changing weather can't be fun.
Who knows at this time of the year? I think Sneaky Tom has joined us. I think he's the only one at the moment. So we'll head to him first. Sneaky Tom.
Of the hour.
Good evening.
First of all, how are we?
Very well. How about yourself?
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. An entertaining race that you guys have given us. How was that from you? Because it didn't, to be honest, it didn't look straightforward. It may say you won by about 8 seconds or whatever it was at the end, but it was very close once the pit stops were made for the final time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was by far not the fastest this race, but I was by far the most consistent, so I think that gave me the win today. And it's a short explanation, but I think it's the right one.
Hey, Shane, we said something and they actually agree with us. We said that as well, didn't we? We said, I think there was a lot of pressure applied, but I think the fact that you kept the car on the island probably actually meant you won the race a little bit more easier, or a bit more easily than what it actually was.
Yeah.
Not making too many mistakes, and because I think everybody made a few mistakes here and there, but whoever makes the least comes out on top, I guess, today.
Yeah.
I think that's where I think that's where this person has improved quite a bit. I think since we first saw him.
Especially since last week.
I didn't want to talk
about that.
I didn't want to talk about last week if I'm being honest. But, well, it happens.
It happens.
Happens to especially for some people that have been around for a while. Strange things happen, but we'll ignore that. A win for yourself. Everyone's now going to hate me because you're now in EU3 as a reserve and you've won the race, and they want my head probably because it's not fair. But
well, I was not the best in my opinion. So they just have to keep the car on track, to be honest.
Matthew, to be fair, I've wanted your head since I joined the league. So
well, here's what it is. Swings and roundabouts, yeah. It's always my fault.
You've wanted my head as well for not giving footage in my first season.
Yeah, well, you've learned from that now, so it doesn't matter. Kind of.
Yeah, well, I'm not driving, so can't complain against me.
Exactly. COTA next week. Well, first of all, will we be seeing you? And if we are, how confident are you around COTA?
It's a fun track. I think I'm pretty decent at it. Won't say like really good, but it's a better track than last year. So yeah, I think it's an okay track, and we can score some points there.
Lovely stuff. Well, I won't keep you much longer. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Shane, any last words that you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back on comms. I've really missed it. Had to wait for the season, and I'm looking forward to next week because I really love COTA.
Beautiful. Shane's excited already. He's got to wait 7 days, and then you'll hear us again. Be me and Shane at COTA EU3. Just a reminder, AM3 is going to be kicking off in a few hours' time, 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM in the UK, 3 AM for our European counterparts. If you are staying up that late, please give the guys some support. It is tomorrow, no European action, but it is cross-play at 8 PM. That's the assist tier, I believe. Ricky will kill me if I now get it wrong. AM2 will be also tomorrow. EU2 on Wednesday at its normal time of 9 PM. More interesting... Yes, and more in EU1 on Thursday. More interesting weather on the way. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.